The BHP Podcast.
We're going to have to turn on Maverick City just to sanctify
There we go.
our ear canals.
Dude, they blew up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, almost overnight.
Yeah.
What was their song?
Dearest Father.
Beautiful, is it Beautiful Father? Beautiful.
Most beautiful.
Most beautiful. That's what it is. Yeah.
I remember as I was listening and I crested over the hill in Ohio and it just hit me. I was like, woo. I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. You know?
Yeah.
That was my first awakening moment to Maverick City.
Maverick.
And then I don't know if it's in that song, but it's like, I think in the first verse, she calls God Papa. And my youth pastor's son at the time is the one that introduced me. And I said, did she just call God Papa? He said, I hope so. And so that was my first experience with Maverick City.
That's funny. I think the first song that I ever heard by them was, it was on the very first album. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like the very first one. It was with Dante Bowie was the singer that was on the song. It was on the volume 1 or whatever. But man, when they got to volume 3 and they added drums, it went to a whole nother level. The old church, not the old church basement. It was
Says a drummer.
Yeah.
I never would have recognized the difference.
Yeah, because the first two were like acoustic.
Finally, my instrument is represented.
Yes. I'm playing keys at Destin, though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm band directing at Destin.
Nice.
Yeah. No, they blew up. Maverick blew up. But here's the funny thing about Maverick. Before anybody heard their first album, I ran sound for them.
Where?
At that little 60-seater church right here in Fort Walton Beach.
And they were called Maverick City?
They were not even called Maverick City yet.
Okay.
I didn't know who they were. I didn't even know who Dante was. Dante showed up. I didn't know who Dante was because I had heard the song My Soul Sings, which had just came out. And he brung Aaron Moses with him, which was the keyboard player. He also sings, not Promises. I can't remember what song, but he sings on that album, on one of the albums. It was Aaron, Dante, and Joel. I can't remember his full name, but his first name's Joel. He's the guy that sings Promises. And they're all connected to Eddie James, which I also didn't know. Dante was mentored by Eddie James. Okay. And apparently went through their, whatever his program is for boys or guys. And he had been with Eddie for a long time. He told me that personally. I was like, wow, that's cool. I would have never thought that you guys were connected to Eddie.
What was the name of their group before Maverick City? Wasn't it like Valor or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Because they ministered at a church in Richmond, Kentucky, and the pastor's grandson's a friend of mine, and he said his grandmother, my friend's grandmother, the pastor's wife, was blind in one eye for years. In the middle of her husband preaching one Sunday, she starts screaming, I can see. And so they had, I think, Valor, something, Virtue, something like that.
Yeah.
Dante Bowie and a few others. And they're just Sunday afternoon sitting around the table, and she starts telling them that story, and they just all started shouting, speaking in tongues, having church right there at the dinner table. So it kind of knit their souls together. And he said, because a lot of churches don't have Sunday night service, they said they would, call at random times, say, hey, we were over at this other church. We're off tonight. Can we come by? And we just get random non-bookings of Joel, Dante, whoever, just swinging through.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Yeah, I mean, when they showed up, I didn't know who was going to be with them, but oh my gosh, bro. They only had keys and they had 2 mics, and that's all they asked for. They were like, this is all we have. And they asked me to, the weird part is as freaking amazing as Aaron Moses is at playing keys, the first thing he asked was, do you guys have a keyboard player here? And I was like, I mean, I play keys, but I mean, I'm not playing for you. I'm not going to do it. You're amazing. And he was like, well, Dante, he's running late because his flight was delayed. So he's like, it's just me until he gets here. And so I was like, I mean, if you need me to do it, I'll do it. But I'm like, I'm not that great. And so he was like, well, just run sound. He's like, I'll do keys. And
You almost got recruited into Maverick City.
literally almost.
How is this podcast more about your stories than anything else?
I don't
This is
know.
incredible. Can I come on and host this podcast and you be the guest and I just interview you about more incredible things that have happened in BHP Ministries?
I just get pulled into so much random stuff.
Wow, bro, that's incredible.
Yeah. So Aaron literally, he set up his little keyboard. It was like a Yamaha keyboard, a little tiny 61 key keyboard. And he was like, I need Dante a channel, me a channel, and then him my keyboard channel. And so I set all that stuff up, and they started. It was like 7:30, dude. When I tell you that church was packed, I mean it was like 110 people stuffed in that little place. I mean they were out the
Dude,
door.
there's energy in a place like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I have video of it. If I could pull it up, I totally wish I could pull it up. Because I couldn't believe these two like powerhouse like musicians, singers were in this tiny little.
Well, that's probably part of what makes Maverick City so great is that they're obviously pulling away from the ultra performance, everything being so rehearsed to this organic. What's another word? It's just like
Authentic,
genuine, raw.
Yeah.
Still sounds amazing.
Oh yeah.
But spirit led,
Mm-hmm.
and just man, something. I think people are tired of productions.
Yeah.
We have entertainment in every direction we look, and we want to know that what we have in God is not the result of 3 key changes and the soprano hitting a high note and a riff on a guitar and a drum roll and the lighting and the fog and any and all of those things, if done to the glory of God, have their place. But I think we all want to just say what's at the heart of it, what's real, what's genuine. And when you encounter something like that, even before the drums, when you encounter something like that, you're like, this was not worked up.
Yeah.
This was real.
This is genuine.
We want something real.